I gotta get me a real T YouTube intro, y'all. No, I'm going to read both. I'm going to read both questions. So, because there's a lot of questions that you didn't write down that's on here. Okay, y'all. So, sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know I'm all over the place. Okay. So, the first question is, does Juju see Summer? Danny already answered that question. She was hyped to tell y'all no. The second question is, how is Papa and do you see the other kids? Papa is good, y'all. He's doing very, very good. Both my kids are on the honor roll, whether I'm in their life or not, they're on the honor roll. Um, and why are you putting puffing the puffer? Um, do I see the other kids? No. My oldest one I don't see. I'm working on that relationship with him. Pop, I rarely see. But that's something that's out of my control. Um, he's with Juju, so and the baby I gave her for adoption, of course. In the process of, I'm about to start trying to get that situation taken care of. Well, not taken care of, but pretty much to try to be in his life, see what's going on. Take baby steps, because I don't know if I'm 100% ready for that just yet. But I do want to know how he's doing and stuff like that. So I will take those proper steps to just, see how he's doing and stuff. Do you miss Michelle? Do I miss Michelle? No. Do I sometimes think about, like, I don't know, like fun times we had in the past? Sometimes I do. I'm gonna be honest. But do I miss her? I wouldn't say I miss her. I feel like too much has happened for that kind of feeling to be valid. Missing somebody. Do you see you and Michelle ever being cool again? I think I kind of go into what I just said. No, I don't see us being cool again. I feel like at the end of the day, not even Queen Op and Show, but Sierra and Michelle were both overly grown. Eventually it had to come to an end. I never wanted the friendship to end like this. I always wanted us to end on good terms. I've even spoke on, getting her own little place so that she wouldn't have to go back and be, pushing 40, living with her parents and stuff. But it just, things didn't happen that way. But now I don't see us being cool again. I feel like things happened the way they should have happened. That's just how I feel. Things played out the way they were supposed to, for whatever reason. What app are you going live on? I'm not sure yet, but it's either gonna be between. I'll let y'all know at the last minute because people hate me, so they were trying to email the apps and all that. So just follow my IG, this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna let y'all know, that way. Do you feel bad the way you treated Michelle? What you laughing for? A UGG slipper? A UGG boot? Do I? The question was, do I feel bad for the way I treated Michelle? The answer is, I feel bad for putting my hands on Michelle because in reality, my hands shouldn't go on nobody. Whether it's out of frustration, anger, somebody not holding up the end of the bargain on the live. At the end of the day, my hands should never went on her. So, yes, I feel bad for putting my hands on her. As far as the lives and the skits and stuff go, I feel like a lot of what y'all saw, whether y'all want to believe it or not, was talked about prior to the live. I would say I'm almost a social media genius, but I'm not. I'm not even gonna be modest. I'm a social media genius. Once I find a formula, I run with it. So I'm not even gonna get into too many details, but 85% of Queen Op and Shell's content was discussed before the live. Whether when we got on live, somebody switched up for whatever reason, I can't really speak on why that happened. But what was the question again?
You said 85.
85. Yeah, because I'm 85. The other 15% was people emotions getting involved and stuff like that. So 85% of everything was talked about prior to live. Yes. What?
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of things were skits that probably went too far, or, you know, me getting on live feeling a kind of way about something and letting my emotions make me put my hands on somebody, period. And I was wrong, period.
But you don't think that she played a part in that as well?
No, she definitely played a part in it. And let me say this, guys. This is something that y'all not going to want to hear. Nobody's innocent on either side. Now, right. Her part might not have been physical, but she had wrongdoings in the Queen Op and show, and she had wrongdoings in Sierra and Michelle's friendship.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there was wrongdoings on both sides. It's just that mine came out physically.
Right,
and this goes back to before I even thought about doing social media.
Right, it's like it just seemed like you're trying to take the brunt of the responsibility or the accountability.
No, I'm taking accountability for.
I get you're taking accountability for your
what I did for my part.
Yeah, being physical, but what happens when those physical marks go away and the things that she did mentally and subconsciously and all those things are still there? Like, bro, like you can't.
But even still, that don't mean put your hands on nobody. Like I said, there were wrongdoings on both sides. I mean, are we gonna sit here and be like, oh, who did more? No, there was wrongdoings on both sides. Like I said, mine was just physical. Nobody just woke up and said, oh my God, I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna punch on you, or, and I'm not saying hitting anybody is right. I just said I was wrong, period, no matter which way you spin it. But she did things, and out of emotion, she was hit. Now, as far as things on live, a lot of the times we knew what got you guys going. So we would discuss, like, listen, you gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Ooh, you say this to piss me off. They're gonna get to telling me what you said in the comments. I'm gonna da-da-da-da. And then when we go on live, shit just go a whole nother way. But even in some of the hitting her on live, some of it might have went too far, but she was in agreement to a lot of that. And let me also clock this tea. You guys are not going to want to hear this, but Michelle is not slow. She doesn't have a disability that was proven in court.
Thanks.
There is no way possible that you guys were sending all the evidence y'all was sending in. The case got opened in July. You guys were still sending in videos trying to get me through under the jail, which respectfully, y'all can do what y'all want. You know, it is what it is. But y'all were still sending in videos, evidence, and we got the verdict. We got 6 months probation. Whether y'all want to believe, oh, the courts made me go to therapy, they didn't. If they did, I would say, you know, the court made me go to therapy, but it ended up being what I needed.
Yeah, right.
It's not that deep. It's nothing to lie about. The case is over. I moved on. I'm in a new house. I'm in a new place.
What happened? It was over. We got on probation.
When? We got our probation in September.
Okay. And what month is this?
This is December.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. I was never court ordered to go to therapy. I chose to go on my own, whether y'all believe it or not. But like I said, she's not slow. So the narrative that's out about me abusing somebody that's slow, that's false. If we would have abused somebody that had a disability and it was proven in the court that she had a disability, we would have been in a lot more trouble. Nobody would have. We got slaps on the wrist. I don't know nobody that abuses a mentally challenged person and just get a slap on the wrist. And I have priors. This was Danny's first offense. I have priors. I've been to jail before. I've been locked up several times. I have priors. I would have been under the jail.
That's another thing. All you motherfuckers that this first offense, never been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if that was the case, we would have been in a whole lot of trouble.
Facts.
They don't play about that.
They really don't.
I would have lost my job.
And they evaluated her. Facts. And then let me also say this, because I was seeing this too. Oh, she didn't come to court. She came to court. Michelle came to court with her family. They was there to support her. She looked like she didn't want to be there, but she still came. Which she gotta, she can come, but, and this is how I know y'all don't know how the court stuff work. It does not matter if the victim shows up. That has nothing to do with the verdict. Facts. That has nothing to do with the sentence. Facts. She could have showed up, not showed up. The state would have still, the state picked up the case.
Facts.
She didn't have to show up.
Out of her hands.
So, but yeah, so that's that. How is life without Michelle? Peaceful. And like I said, I'm not saying some of those problems I didn't bring on myself by doing the things that I was doing on live, but all of those things I didn't do on my own. Some of those things was both of us, and then she switched up when we got on live, and it made things get worse. But life is peaceful. I'm happy. I'm working on my relationship with my children, with my fiance. I just feel like I'm at a good space in my life to be able to fix relationships that's important to me. So yeah, how you feel like life is without her?
Well,
you weren't really around that
long. I wasn't. But yeah, I'm.
Do you ever wish things could have turned out differently with Michelle? I do. I wish things didn't have to go I wish things didn't go the way they did, because I never wanted us to end our friendship beefing. We was friends too long for that. You don't just be friends with somebody for 15, 16 years and then just be people locked up and beefing. You know what I'm saying? It's pointless. The friendship was pointless then, right? Mm-hmm. But so yes, I do wish things could have ended up differently. Why did you stay with Danny after she beat your best friend like that? Why did I stay with Danny if she beat her like that?
Beat her like what? What they talking about?
I don't know. I guess when you hit her on the live. I don't know how to answer that.
They talking to you, because it's not like, first of all, it's not like I just woke, like she said, to quote my wife, woke up one day and just said, you know what, boom, boom, boom. No, it's a lot of things. It's a lot. And again, it does not excuse my actions. But it's a lot of things that went on behind the scenes that you guys had no clue about. Nothing about. You like me, I'm from a city that, and I grew up like, a motherfucker.
I don't got a lot of space, babe, so you gotta keep it short.
I feel you. But start trying you know what I mean, you react, right? And I haven't had to do that in so long because I separated myself from that. But, what was the question again?
Why did I stay with you after you beat her up like that?
Well, she would do a lot of things, and again,
and listen, I can admit, Michelle would do things behind the scenes to Danny. Like, she would even come to me and tell me Danny tried to watch a movie with me and stuff like that. And whole time, I'm literally I can see from the bathroom to the living room. Like, I can see from the bathroom to my room. My old apartment was so small. Not the last one, but the one before that. You could literally be in one room and see everything. So she lied about a lot of stuff. She was trying to break me and Danny up. Because
and a lot of things, and one thing that I do want to speak on, is that they're going to say is that when me and you got into it, you might have put the battery in her back. But she is a person. Michelle has her own mind. It doesn't matter. She always did the Michelle y'all seen is not the real Michelle. Right.
Michelle done told y'all on live a million times, I do what works for me.
Right. That's why none of that never pressed me. That's why when y'all was saying, oh well, she's telling her to do it, I never said nothing to my girl, because I know what's going on behind the scenes. I know what the real. I mean, why?
And let me just say this, right? The next question is, do I feel like social media ruined me and Michelle's friendship? The answer to that is no. Reason being, because I didn't go by, it might have put the nail in the coffin, but I forgave Michelle for a lot of stuff y'all don't even know about. her trying to sleep with men that I didn't slept with, or she thought I slept with or was talking to, her stealing money from me when I was stripping, all of these things. And then y'all say in her defense, instead of holding her accountable, y'all say, well, why didn't you put her out? She never wanted to leave. She told me a lot of horror stories about her family. The family that y'all so happy she's back with. She told me so much stuff. And I know Michelle, I know when Michelle is lying when she's not lying. The stuff she told me about them, she wasn't lying about. I know everything she said was facts. So I didn't put her out because at the time I cared about her and I had love for her. And I didn't want her going back somewhere she didn't want to go. But it was a lot of wear and tear. And then what hurt me the most was when I was pregnant with my daughter and she didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was pregnant with my daughter. I'm walking around. Number one, I've been taking care of you for 15 years, 16 years without asking you for a penny. Well, no, the first year and a half, she was paying half the rent. She was doing she had a little job. We worked at the same job. But, you know, it hurt me because it's like, I'm pregnant with my daughter. You know how bad I wanted a girl. And you not even saying nothing. You ain't saying, damn, your stomach getting bigger. You ain't saying, oh my God, it's a girl. You know, like she just acted like I wasn't even pregnant. Like, we're supposed to be best friends.
Right.
Like, how do you not even acknowledge the fact that I'm pregnant? Or, you know what I'm saying? Even when we went out baby shopping, she just sat up there with an attitude. I just didn't understand. Like, even when I was showing my baby on live, I mean, my baby clothes on live, she would throw shade. And I just was like, wow. Because when we're off live, how was she when we was off live? She would be up underneath me, wanting to watch movies. Like, it got to the point where I don't even know if maybe I did start, like, I'm not going to say hating her, but just, I don't know. The love just went away because it's just like, off live, you're up underneath me. You telling me you love me, this, that, and the third. But on live, you painting me to be this monster, knowing you be in on the sick shit we do for content.
Right? Yes, the stuff.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could tell you a million stories on things that she's came up with. Sicker shit than I would, and I think it's some sick shit.
I said, listen, they don't want to believe. They ain't even want to believe what I said. But
About the gasoline stuff, yes. And I'm so glad we didn't do that though, because they would have blamed me.
Oh my God,
they would have blamed me. A lot of them wild ass skits. Listen, a lot of them wild ass skits, like her eating the dog food and all that. She came up with that. Matter of fact, the dog food was my idea. She came up with cat food, and I said, you know what? Let's make it dog food, or vice versa, whichever one it was. She came up with the opposite food, and I was like, no, let's make it that. But y'all think Michelle is like that? Michelle is not that kind of person, bro. She be really with the shits.
I've never ever.
Did she deserve to be hit under any circumstances?
No.
Period. No. And for that, I can publicly apologize and say, I'm sorry for putting my hands on you. I'm pretty sure you want to see this because it's probably gonna be everywhere. But I apologize for putting my hands on you, Michelle. I do. My hands should have never went on you. No matter if the friendship was over. Whether you wanted to leave or not, I should have just made you leave.
Right.
That's just that.
Same here.
If I ain't like something you was doing on live, it just should have been, you mean, huh?
No, I'm just saying, same here. Like, I should have never
regardless
put
of
my
what.
hands on her, like, at all. No.
Did you starve Michelle? Did I starve Michelle? Number one, I was never paid to take care of her. When I met Michelle, I took her under my wing because people was making fun of her at ShopRite where we worked at. They treated her literally like a germ. I took her under my wing. People started being nice to her, talking to her, inviting her to parties. Oh, this shit is facts. And it's just like, it just bothered me so bad even when she would let the narrative go that I'm starving her. And it's just like, bro.